My name's Dave Dubeau, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content.
All right, guys, welcome to Property Profits Podcast. I'm your host, Bryce Kaminski, filling in for Dave Dubeau. And have you ever wondered how a Vancouver-based real estate investor rebounded from a major mistake to conquer a new market in just 6 months? Today, my guest, Mario Lamarre, has an incredible success story to share. Mario, welcome to the show. Excited to dive into your journey with our listeners. How are you?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. No
Pretty
problem.
good.
So let's just start with the obvious thing. What's the major mistake that you had to pivot around to really correct the ship?
Oh man, I would say we got impatient, but I'll give you the gist of it. When we started about now, it's a year and a half ago in real estate. We did some offers on a few buildings, older buildings, because of the price points. Then we would go through the due diligence and ended up dropping every single one of them. So, we were spending money on inspections and appraisals, and then just ended up dropping it. And then my realtor told me, "Oh, I got a great deal for you," at the time, and this is a solid deal. And I got impatient, and I'm like, "Oh, but he said we have to act fast on it." So then I got impatient. I was fed up of paying for inspections after inspections, and this. So I decided to cut a corner, and I said, "Okay, fine, I'll trust you, and let's not put inspection condition on the contract, and just go from there and put it under contract." Well, we did. We got it under contract, and it just dragged and dragged for months and months, with the banks navigating through, having not certain conditions not being there. Finally, I get a partner on board with us, but she's demanding an inspection. So I renegotiate with the seller, to get an inspection done.
Yeah.
Well, I actually fly down there. This was in Moncton. I fly down there. I go see the building myself. And when I get there, I know right away that it was a mistake. The wall is shifting.
You're buying out of market. You hadn't actually physically seen the building.
Exactly. And I trusted, someone that I've worked for a few months now, but I decided to cut corners, which you're not supposed to.
Yeah. So was it a multifamily building?
It was a multifamily, 5 units, 3 residential, 2 commercial at the bottom. Basically, at that point, my conditions were removed because we were pressured in time. The seller wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah, they're like, quick, the wall's gonna fall down before we get this offer done. So they're trying to get rid of it pretty quick.
Pretty much. So at that point, I'm like $20-something thousand in the deal. And
the
deposit and appraisals and inspection, not inspection, but now I'm paying for an inspection because I'm there, and I took a flight to go, and hotel,
time and energy. Yeah.
So inspection goes through, and it's just not good. There's no way we can purchase this without putting in 100 to 125,000 in the building, which we didn't account for.
So what did you do?
Well, we decided to pull out of the deal, try to get my deposit back. That didn't happen. Got lawyers involved a little bit. I didn't want to spend another 10 grand in lawyer fees and stuff. So I just, tried for a little bit to kind of see what we could get back.
Yeah.
And it was this 0.
Yeah. The challenging thing is wherein lies the fault in the realtor selling that thing to you? You know what I mean?
It basically, you know what? If I go back and analyze everything, really it was my fault, because as an
Ultimately, it is our
investor,
fault. Yeah.
I should have not cut the corner. I should, no matter what building it is, no matter what property it is, you have a set list of tasks to do. And I decided to skip a step. So
Yeah.
whose fault is it? It's my fault. And it was a costly mistake, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll never do it again.
Well,
Guarantee
that's
you
what, when
that.
we were flipping property 2017, we were doing a lot of flips and we realized, oh, we're getting burned on these little things. So we made uh, I guess it's like a checklist, all the different things that have cost us money in the past. And so if it
Yeah.
hits too many of these things, like, yeah, you can get away with, maybe it's a beautiful property, but it's like a busy street. Okay, one check. But if you had too many red flags, it was just like, no, we're not doing this deal. So yeah, definitely having a process and having that checklist to make sure that that you're not running, getting excited, falling in love with properties, right?
Right.
So then after, so you lost the deposit. In hindsight, when you look at it, probably cost you less to lose 20 grand than to go and actually do that deal.
Oh, absolutely. And that deal went from, I believe it was April or May, all the way to about September, because it dragged for so long. And then, we were stuck on that deal. And what ended up happening, pretty much we kind of got discouraged. Like, we pulled
Yeah.
out, lost a lot of money. Now what do we do? We took, because we registered for some courses, which we didn't listen to the steps that they teach you. We kind of skipped one. So what do we do now? You feel like an idiot. Lost a
It's like
bunch
a
of money.
punch to the stomach. You're like winded.
Yeah.
You're like, and what's interesting is a lot of people just, if they take a hit like that, they just chalk it up. They're like, it's, the real estate's not for me. But in the grand scheme of things, that might have been the first time that something hit you, but it won't be the last time. It's just how we react and how we get back up. So how did you get that mindset shift to be like, no, this is just a setback. Let's get back on the horse. Let's get back at it and make that 20 grand back.
Um, I have to tell you, I have a pretty good circle of people that are in real estate. I go to a lot of meetups and evenings that we
Mm-hmm,
networking
mm-hmm,
events and stuff. So I throughout the last year and a half, I met some good people. Some people that are more experienced than me. Some people that have mindset specialties like mindset coaches and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
And I spoke to a few of them, and really it kind of helped me realize I wasn't ready to give up. I don't give
Mm-hmm.
up easy in life. But with their help, I was like, you know what? Let's just turn the page and start fresh on something else. Analyze maybe another market.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of turned the page and just refocused and restarted from scratch. So the money I have now, what do I do with it? Okay, whatever is left of the money I had. So that's kind of what happened.
Which market did you decide to pivot into?
So then we started looking into Saskatchewan. I find that if we analyze the different provinces, Saskatchewan is one of the province that the market hasn't exploded yet for price wise,
Mm-hmm,
for
mm-hmm.
properties. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's one of the last province who has yet to explode.
Yeah, Manitoba as well. We're a little bit more expensive than Saskatchewan, but what I've found, and you can probably comment on this, the multifamily properties in Saskatchewan, there's so many like fours and fives and eights in these like maybe not so big towns, but they're making money. Like people rent them and they're making good money. I know a guy he's in Alberta and invests in Saskatchewan and he makes he makes let's call it fistfuls of cash from his fourplex in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't even remember the town, but he's making good money out there.
Absolutely. I have to tell you though, when I shift my focus and re-looked at the markets, I I attended also some meetings or trainings and got introduced to the rent to own kind of programs out there, and it made
Yeah.
me reflect. And so my investments that I made so far is I bought a few single family homes.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm not, I will be going into multifamily because that's where I believe the money is.
Mm-hmm.
But I I had to add a small win somewhere.
Yeah.
So I ended up purchasing a few single family homes, and I have that in mind of turning it into a rent to own program. Eventually, I'm working on that for 2024. So the family homes that I have, I want to turn into a rent to own program to help immigrant families that comes in the country that can't really afford
The
a
down
house
payment. Yeah,
or
the
a
down
down payment.
payment, or they're not qualified yet, but they make money. They go to work. They make money.
Absolutely. And my goal is to help them because those houses that I bought, they're not huge houses and they're
No.
not, luxury, but they're decent for a family
Mm.
to come in a new country and have a house call it their own house. So that's kind of what we're working on right now. And we'll have other stuff as well for 2024.
Well, 2024 seems like it's going to be the turn. There's talk of interest rate cuts and things like that. So, uh, I can't really say I believe the news, but uh, if it does turn that way, even just a little bit, I think it'll give everyone a nice little some breathing room. So, what would you say so far has been your secret sauce? What comes easy to you that other people might find difficult to do?
Um, you know, I I don't know if it comes easy. I wouldn't say nothing comes easy, but with hard work and research and talking to people more experienced than you,
Mm-hmm.
then I feel like I'm able to accomplish stuff. The properties that we bought, they they're okay. They're good properties, clean properties. They're already tenanted.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives us like a stepping stone to go to the bigger projects that we want to go to.
Right.
So does it come easy? No, but we did something not in the mind to stay at that level. I don't want to stay at that level, but I kind of saw an opportunity. I grabbed it, and it's going to help me go to the next step. So that's what kind of
Not giving up. Let's say
not
not
giving up.
giving
Yeah,
up is the thing. Well, and like I was saying earlier, a lot of people, they do just take a hit and fall down, and that's really it. I think of that, what is it, Rocky? It's not how hard you can hit, but how hard you can get hit and get back up and keep fighting. So,
take the hit. Yeah.
yeah, there's always challenges in real estate. Um, when looking forward to this next upcoming year, what are you doing these days to fund your deals?
We're actually working on an opportunity at the moment. I can't say too much right now, but uh, it's a 22 apartment property,
Mm-hmm.
and we will be releasing some information soon to attract raising capital to for people to work with us on that deal.
Mm.
But we're not what I started to do now also is not get hooked on one property and then just try to really 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 make it work,
Mm.
because what's going to happen is you lose time. And what if it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work in 2 months in the middle of your due diligence process? Then you lost 2 months.
Yeah.
There's only 12 in a year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
what we do is we look at a few deals and always want to have something on the go. So our investors people who want to work with us,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not on, one particular deal. okay, I want to work with Mario because I see his vision. I want to get him on his team, you know?
Yeah, I
And
think that's
so,
the better way of doing it too, because uh, when you raise for deals, you're never building a brand. You know, you're never like
exactly.
you're having to prove every deal as they come in. And I mean, when you're starting out, yeah, you have to prove a deal, and even when you're selling as a brand, you have to prove a deal. But you know, being able to make one pitch deck for like why you should invest with me is far, and you know, tightening up that presentation and really just dialing in on like selling yourself instead of the properties. And then, oh, by the way, here are the opportunities that my company is working on. So when you're looking to build your network and find new investors outside of your friends and family, what sort of things have you been doing lately to kind of build that list?
Well, it comes down to also, are we a good fit to work together?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's good to find money, but is it the right money for me?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
There's a lots of money out there, but when you work with you know, partners, it almost becomes like a marriage. Like you have
Mm-hmm.
to understand your roles, you have to be fit to work together, you have to align with your visions. So that's what we're looking at when we, you know, we kind of research who we want to work with.
So what
It's
are some things that you're ideally looking for in a capital partner? You know, like what are you looking for right now? If someone was to come and say, I want to put money into your business, what's important to you as far as what type of investor you're ideally looking for?
I want obviously trust between the you know the
Hmm.
partners.
How do you
I
measure
want,
that?
yeah, I want clarity. I want in the different roles or different tasks
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
we have to both bring to the table. And also it has to be, as far as an investor side, I don't want to work with an investor that's gonna be giving me their last $50,000, let's say, because
Interesting. I like that.
then what if something happens in their life, you know, and they need that money right away?
Yeah, they want it back and they're
They
calling
want
you
it
all the
back. So
time.
what
Where's
do
my
I do?
money? Yeah.
Then it becomes a headache for me.
So investors who aren't investing the last 50 grand, what else?
Um, I would say those three things are a big part of, you know, the top three. I want an investor who has trust in me and I trust that investor.
How long of a term are you typically raising for your business? Is, you know, like if I said, oh, I want to bring you 6 months worth of money, that's probably not a fit.
Six months, if you use 6 months, is not going to be for a purchase. It might be for a renovation, but it's not
Hmm.
going to be for a purchase. Realistically, if we're looking at multifamily units or properties, you're looking at 3 to 5 years.
Hmm. So it's important that they have long-term vision.
Long-term vision, you know, especially now. I mean, I'm not an expert with CMHC, but especially now with their new rules that you know, they have a set list of lenders that they'll reimburse, and you have to, I believe, you have to be with that lender for 2 years minimum.
Hmm.
So you can't. It has to be, you know, long term.
So what have you found to be most effective to keep in touch with your investors and the people that are prospective investors?
Uh, I mean, for now, like I did mostly my deals on my own for the
Hmm.
properties. Now we're
Hmm.
starting, like I said, working on the 22 apartment
A couple
building.
other multifamilies, yeah.
But yeah, we got a few more on the lookout. But to keep in touch, we started to build an email list. Obviously,
Okay.
that we're
Like a
gonna
newsletter or something like that.
exactly. It's not out yet. We're building it, you know,
Hmm.
but we're gonna have that. We have a Facebook page that at least every week we do 2, 3 posts at
Hmm.
least, either news or updates or events we go to or deals that we're doing, so people can
Hmm.
you know, keep in touch or stay on top of what we're doing. And we have an Instagram account as well. So that's
Okay,
what
so
we're That's what we have.
So far, are you a find the deal and then the money person, or do you prefer to have your capital lined up and then go looking for deals?
Going forward, I will be working on finding the capital first,
Mm,
because once you have that, then if you find a deal and it makes sense, you can move on that deal because you know you have the money sitting there or
Yeah.
waiting to be invested. When you find a deal first, it's not that it's not good, but it adds extra pressure on yourself,
Yeah.
because then, okay, I got a deal, but I have 2 months or whatever, 3 months to act on it, and now I am stressed to go and find the funds.
Yeah.
So I don't like
Yeah.
to be stressed. So
Well, then you also end up with a little bit of desperation too. You don't want to be raising money in a desperate situation. Like, oh, the clock's ticking. It's like raising money in a taxi cab. The meter's running every day. The meter's
absolutely.
running. So, when you're presenting the deals so far, as we were talking about before with the pitch, with the particular pitch deck or a presentation, what have you found to be really effective as far as what people are liking about the presentations that you're doing?
Um, you know, I I have to say I didn't do a lot yet because I kind of got taken back. I just had 2 presentations done. But what I've seen from other people is sometimes we want to give too much information out there.
Yeah.
And what effect it has on people is that people forget because it's chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
But a precise, and I'm looking for the other word, I forgot.
Consistent.
Well, like
Concise.
yes,
Concise is the word. Yeah.
yes, that's the word I'm looking for. It has more positive effects on your investors because they see the deal, they got a few bullet points. Oh, that piques my curiosity. Let me go talk to Mario and see what it's all about.
Yeah.
But when I give, a presentation of, I don't know, 15, 20 page and it lasts 3 hours long, guess what?
We
The
didn't we
answer
didn't
is
like
no.
that in university. It wasn't fun, and it's not fun in real life either. So,
Exactly.
um, for people to invest significant amounts of capital with you, they need to know you and like you and ultimately trust you. So, what are you doing for those sorts of things?
You know what? To be transparent. I think to be transparent is the
Mm,
number one thing that people will want to work with you. If they see that you're honest and there's no hidden facts or there's no hidden, uh, you know, hidden things in the deal, just
mm-hmm.
lay it all out.
Yeah,
Well, first
either
of
they
all, what do
like
you
the
have to
deal or they don't, right?
exactly? What do you have to hide? There's nothing to hide. This is the deal. This is the numbers, and this is the terms.
Mm-hmm.
You like it, you don't like it, it's okay. But there's no question marks. It's all out there in front of you.
Nice,
And they'll
nice.
see and they'll see that you're trustworthy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're not trying to put more money in your pocket than less in theirs. And no, just
Mm-hmm.
be transparent. And a lot of people appreciate that.
Yeah, especially in today's day and age. So, if people want to find out more and connect with you, what should they do?
Well, they can send us an email at contact@lamarreproperties.com.
You want to
Uh,
spell that for the people listening at home, Lamar?
Yeah, Lamarre
.com.
properties.com.
And then you've
And
got an Instagram as well, right?
yeah, Instagram, it's at Lamar_properties. And
Perfect.
we have a Facebook page as well. That's all our videos, our posts are there. And
Hmm.
it's
You can check that out. Well,
check that out.
definitely, I appreciate, as you say, I appreciate your transparency on the interview today. Give people hope. It's not, sometimes you step on a landmine out there, but you can recover. I always say you only lose when you quit in this business. So don't quit.
Absolutely. And
Don't
you know
quit.
what? There's always a way out. Nothing in life is set for failure. There might be like hurdles, but there's always a way out. You just have to look or ask help to help you find a way out.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I really appreciate you stopping by, and I'm sure the people listening along at home are going to really appreciate the episode. Thanks very much.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And until next time, guys, we'll catch you on the next episode.
Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.